All right, so this short exlocution is going to touch down on tools, transportation, and language. Okay, so let's set up the scene here. So the capo tells the foot soldier, now you set up the shop, bang, bang, brah, and fishtail the current out of there pronto. 1 hour later, 3 people are dead, and 3 hours after that, the authorities are at the capo's door asking questions because they want to know if the capo is involved in a triple murder that happened that morning. Now, somehow they know that he told the foot soldier those words. Somehow they know that. Let's just assume that somehow they know that, right? Now, well, so then when they tell the capo, now we have you ordering the foot soldier to do something. Well, then the capo sells out the foot soldier, who goes by the handle, they call him Crummy Unlistener. All right, and he's going to say, yeah, Credit his ears doesn't know how to listen for Doolittle. I was telling him to shoot up the jewelry store on Henderson Avenue, and he did it wrong. He murdered 3 people, sent him to jail. Right? Well, the jewelry store didn't get shot up. Well, exactly. Okay? He doesn't know how to listen to instructions. He doesn't know how to follow instructions, all right? So I did tell him to do something. What I told him to do is not a triple murder. Now, the capo might accept that kind of heat if it's a far inferior penalty, right? So anyway, now, when we consider the firepower here, or, talking about weapons and things like that, well, Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer, they moved inside, they did it in silence. They used pipes and lead weights and things of that nature. Now, if you get into weaponry like firearms and things like that, now you also deal with transportation, because here's the thing. Nobody wants to live in a place on some sort of block where there's gunshots going off and things like that. So the thing is, if you're killing people with firearms, you're probably not doing it on your block. You would probably prefer to go off the block or something like that. Like in that movie Boys in the Hood, right? In the movie Boys in the Hood, it's one of the earliest scenes in the movie. The guys who end up gunning down Ricky, they pull up in the same red car. It's the same, it could be the same set of guys. And they put a gun to his face out the window. And look, from bunk, these niggas was killers. Whoa, slow down, Tupac. But it was never covered up. That's what they were, it was revealed that that's what they were doing, okay? Now look, I don't think that's their neighborhood. They come from another neighborhood, okay? Now, when you consider transportation then, now we're talking about the extended mind account again. Remember, I bring up the extended mind account a lot in my work, okay? These guys are using automobiles, vehicles, and they're using weapons. And how they use those, it's determining where they are. If they weren't using those weapons, then the automobile, well, you can go to another block and shoot somebody up, but you're not going to bring that drama back to the block where you stay. And so the automobile can actually facilitate this. I mean, it's like a kind of guerrilla warfare, like drive-by shootings and transporting narcotics and shit like that. Like, the automobile is used for that stuff. Look, Ted Bundy was in a van, right? I mean, so the extended mind regarding automobiles, it can enhance criminality on a certain level, okay? Now, when you consider someone like, well, Lee Harvey Oswald, who shot JFK, right? Okay, now, is he lining up the shot, thinking to himself, look at that asshole, I'm doing society a favor, this society at least, and maybe even doing the world a favor, and he takes him out. Now, would you just look at that guy? He's in the back of a goddamn car, like he's Santa Claus waving to people like in the middle of December or some baloney. The President of the United States is not supposed to be in that kind of position, okay? Now, it's a law. The President of the United States actually is not allowed to drive. If you're not aware of that, now you know. Okay, now, well then, why did Lee Harvey Oswald gun down JFK? Well, probably because he never shook the guy's hand. Okay, in medieval times, the reason people started shaking hands was to show that they didn't have any weapons. And so, Well, JFK never shook Lee Harvey Oswald's hand, all right? And all of this is connected to this bureaucratic system that is keeping individuals in a certain position.